Welcome, my name is Isabella Brusati and I am the founder of Isabella Brusati Consulting. In this video we'll be talking about one of the myths that surrounds social media, and in particular those detractors who say social media, come on, it's just a bubble, it will burst very soon. When you are pitching an idea or social media strategy to an organization, you will very likely have some detractors. It's normal to introduce a new initiative and to basically face resistance to change. Social media initiative equal change management initiative, and with change we have resistance because basically you are challenging the status quo. So one of the forms of resistance, and it's actually a protection of the status quo, is stating something like, yeah, you're introducing this, but it's just a waste of time and money because this is not gonna last anyway. Well, social media very unlikely will go away. The phenomenon is far too big. How do you explain basically that the social media are here to stay? Well, just by going with communication and go through the evolution of communication over the past 20 years. I mean, we went from the landline to the mobile phone. I mean, I remember when the cell phones, they looked like a massive brick, actually were as big as this, were introducing people saying, oh, well, they will never be used because they are too big, too bulky here. Actually, now we have a smartphone that basically is like this, is this thin, and basically it's like having a computer with you. Same thing with the internet. When the internet came out, oh, well, this is not gonna last, it will go away, forget about it. Nowadays, it's basically impossible to think about communication without the internet. Basically, if you go to a city and there is not a Wi-Fi, people just go insane because it's like, I don't have, I cannot Google it. Also with the emails, it's more like a recent phenomenon. At first, the emails were not well accepted by most individuals because, why do I need that? I use the phone, it's very impersonal, people will start bombarding me with useless messages, information will be leaked, it's dangerous for the company, and so on and so forth. Social media will go through exactly the same barriers. So it's a waste of time, employees will spend too much time dealing with the social media instead of working. These are actually all myths that I have already discussed before, so please go and check the previous videos to see what's the best way to debunk those myths. With regards to these specific myths, social media will disappear, just a bubble. Just go through this history of communication over the past 20 years, showing that most of those bubbles are here to stay, and that actually probably, I would say, 80% of the population are using those tools. And the fact that social media are so powerful and the value for organization is so massive that are very unlikely going to disappear, and that actually they will evolve into something different. The evolution and the change nowadays is very quick, and that's also the reason why some people tend to be very resistant, because they say, oh, well, you know what, if I learn to use Facebook, maybe in 5 years Facebook doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, probably, who knows if Facebook will be around in 5 years time. It's like MySpace. Just in 2006 MySpace was the place to be. Nowadays MySpace is the place not to be, but that doesn't mean that you have to ignore it as an organization. Use what's useful for you, the tool that is useful for you at a specific point in time, without thinking that in 2 years time this will not exist. Maybe yes, maybe no, but use what's available to you now, and it is going to add value to your strategy and to your company. It's not a waste of time, it's not a waste of money if used properly, because there are plenty of organizations that are showing that if you use social media correctly, the added value for your company is absolutely stratospheric. I'm going to talk about the last myth in my next video, so stay tuned.